there something wrong with becoming a successful billionaire like Bill Gates? Is there anything wrong with that?
Yes. Listen, I'm a simple guy, okay? And I'm not a very smart guy either. But even from where I'm standing, nothing says the system is absolutely broken like the existence of billionaires. I mean, that level of wealth hoarding is no different than being a king, except, well, it's under capitalism.
Okay, so he did say one thing I agree with, and that is he's not a very smart guy. That I do agree with. Now, he mentions hoarding money, and he mentions it several times in here about billionaires hoarding their money. But, you know, I looked at the top 10 richest people in America, the top 10 billionaires of America, and they've given away to charities over $77 billion to charities to help people out. How much have you given away, Hassan, to charities?
They became a billionaire by creating a product or a great service that benefits everybody, and we know it benefits us because we pay for it.
No. And all jokes aside, they don't deserve it. I'm not going to get into how profit is exploitation or the labor theory of value. What I'm simply going to say is that wealth is never created in isolation. Every billionaire and millionaire created their wealth with workers who make infinitely less than they do, and we're conditioned into thinking that this is the natural order of the universe.
The natural order of the universe? Really? What do you know about the natural order of the universe? The natural order of the universe is work. And it's getting compensated for your work. You know, I've heard a lot recently about the dignity of workers and how they need to be paid a lot more because it's below their dignity to get paid $10, $11, $12, $13 an hour or something like that. Work is dignity. There is dignity in working. Our nation was founded on people who came over here and work their tailbones off so that you and I can enjoy the luxuries we enjoy today. So to sit there and say, hey, I should get paid for doing nothing because I deserve it, you don't deserve it. You get out there and you work. And you can't tell me with a straight face that someone like Bill Gates, who invented personal computers basically, that the people putting the computers together in the factory are worth or deserve as much money as he deserves. They don't. That's not how it works.
All around the world, you see tensions rising. In the absence of class consciousness or an actual alternative to capitalism, we see people railing against more tangible targets, immigrants and refugees, or brown people, or even intangible concepts like globalism, which is the system that's bringing brown people to our borders.
Yeah, I love that one. You know, showing all the people rioting and fighting back, and then they zip right through the one that actually has text at the bottom of it that says that they are rioting and upset over taxes. Yeah, how do you think any of these systems get paid for, Hassan? They get paid for by money from people like you and I. The taxes that we paid. All these things that you want to have, these are paid for by taxes, and that's what people are rioting over. They're rioting over their government that's taxing the heck out of them right now, taking all their money to provide them with all this free stuff. It's not free. It gets paid for by taxes from people.
Is there a migrant crisis? Sure, but the solution isn't to shut off borders and get increasingly more violent with their maintenance. The solution is to solve inequality, to solve famine, to solve poverty, and all the issues that come along with it on a global scale. Technological advancements have rendered globalism an unstoppable force, so we have to adapt to it. One immediate way of doing that is through drastic wealth redistribution, and that starts with banning billionaires.
Yeah, that all sounds great. Who wouldn't want to solve famine and poverty, inequality? Who wouldn't want to work on those things? But all that takes money. And you can't just take away the money from the billionaires who've created so many things and give it to everybody else. That's not how it works. Without these billionaires that you so much want to get rid of, you wouldn't have automobiles, personal computer, cell phones, the internet, the Patriots, for crying out loud. Robert Kraft's a billionaire. You wouldn't have food. You wouldn't have electricity. You wouldn't have Uber. You wouldn't have airlines. We'd go back to the Stone Ages. Yeah, that sounds like a better way of doing things.
The point of having a society, of having government, is to promote the general welfare. Welfare. It's literally right there in the preamble of the Constitution. Yet for some reason, we've been propagandized into believing that the purpose of the government is to clear the path for individuals to acquire and hoard ungodly amounts of wealth, regardless of the consequences to the rest of us or the health of the society as a whole. And now, people all around the world are waking up. They're coming to the realization that this is no way to run a society. And perhaps that's why billionaire is becoming a bad word. And look, this may scare you, but a more equitable distribution of wealth is coming, whether it's by policy or pitchforks.
So, welfare, huh? You want to be on welfare. You want to live in a welfare state? Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. You think that a welfare state is one where you can just sit around in your parents' basement and stream Netflix shows and eat Cheetos and drink your Mountain Dew? That's not what it's going to happen. And you're talking about this is coming, whether by pitchforks or policy. Well, the pitchforks happen when the government raises too many taxes and causes people to get upset over that and trying to redistribute the wealth. That's when the pitchforks come out. So I hope you understand that the liberties and the freedoms that you enjoy that allow you to go online and spew your message out to the world, all those liberties and freedoms came on the backs of people who worked hard and strived to become the best that they can be, to give us a life of luxury that's a great privilege. It's not a right, it's a privilege. Your right that you have is to get out and work and create something of yourself and not ask everybody else to give you everything you want. One final word about all of you out there clamoring for this socialistic government where we can take all the money from the rich people and give it to everybody else. I wish you could learn from the history of our world. Never, ever, ever in the history of the world has that ever worked. Go read your history books. And not the revised ones that they give in school these days. The real history of the world. The socialism doesn't work. The governments that try it always fail because the people riot against it. Go look it up. That's the truth.